Historic moment. Eala clinches first WTA singles title with epic comeback at Guadalajara 125. Eala won her first WTA-level tournament ever, recovering from a first-set beatdown to outlast Udvardi at the Guadalajara 125 Open. First of hopefully many, Eala made history for her career by clinching her first-ever WTA singles crown, defeating Hungary's Udvardi in comeback fashion, 1-6, 7-5, 6-3, in the finals of the Guadalajara 125 Open on September 7, PH time. The 20-year-old Filipina ace finally broke through after falling short in her maiden WTA-level finals at the Eastbourne Open in June, where she lost to Maya Joint. This triumph also marked her first singles title in over a year, or since she ruled the ITF's Open Arabarien Femenino in July of 2024. Eala won 5 matches in Mexico to secure the milestone, dropping just 2 sets along the way. With her breakthrough victory, she solidified her rise on the tour and added a WTA trophy to her growing resume. Eala is scheduled to next see action at the SP Open in Brazil. There are moments in sports when time seems to pause, when the heartbeat of a nation synchronizes with the rhythm of a single athlete's racket. On that unforgettable night in Guadalajara, Mexico, the name Alexandra Eala was written not just in the tournament records but in the very heart of Philippine sporting history. The 19-year-old prodigy fought back from the edge of defeat to claim her first-ever WTA singles title, a victory that felt as much about spirit as it was about skill. For the Philippines, a country where tennis is often played in the shadows of basketball and boxing, Eala's triumph was more than just another headline. It was a spark, a breakthrough, a declaration that the impossible can indeed be made possible. The stage, Guadalajara 125. The city of Guadalajara had always been synonymous with vibrant colors, mariachi music, and passionate crowds. That week, however, it became the epicenter of a new chapter in tennis history. The Guadalajara Open 125 was not just another stop on the WTA circuit. For Eala, it was a proving ground, a crucible where her resilience and hunger for greatness would be tested. From the first round, Eala displayed a fearless spirit. She defeated seasoned players, her youthful energy balanced with tactical intelligence. Yet, it was the final showdown that would elevate her story from promising talent to national icon. The final, a battle of nerves and dreams. Standing across the net was Hungary's Udvardi, a tenacious fighter with more experience and a gritty style of play. The first set went against Eala, leaving Filipino fans across the globe holding their breath. Defeat seemed near. Whispers of maybe not this time began circulating. But champions are not made in easy moments, they are forged in the fire of adversity. In the second set, Eala's eyes carried the intensity of someone who refused to let history slip away. She chased every ball, unleashed thunderous forehands, and held her serve with poise beyond her years. The crowd, sensing a shift, rallied behind her. The cheers in Guadalajara were matched by the roars echoing from Manila to Madrid, where Filipino communities watched with trembling hands and proud hearts. When the match entered the deciding set, the arena felt like an arena of destiny. Every point was a war, every rally a clash of wills. And then, with one last decisive shot, Eala dropped to her knees, overwhelmed by the magnitude of the moment. She had done it. She was a WTA champion. The aftermath, tears, cheers, and history. As the Philippine flag waved proudly in the stands, Eala stood with tears in her eyes, holding the trophy that symbolized more than personal victory. It was a historic breakthrough, the first ever WTA singles title for a Filipino player. Her words after the match reflected humility and gratitude. She thanked her family, her coaches, and her country. But what resonated most was her acknowledgement of the next generation. This is for all the kids back home who dream of playing tennis. Keep believing, it's possible. In that moment, she wasn't just an athlete. She became a symbol, a beacon of what relentless belief can achieve. Why this win matters. For a nation that had long yearned for representation in global tennis, Eala's victory was nothing short of revolutionary. She had already captured junior Grand Slam titles and doubles, but this triumph placed her firmly on the professional stage. It meant validation that Filipino talent belongs on the world stage. Inspiration that young athletes in Manila, Cebu, or Davao can dream bigger. Momentum that Philippine tennis could now attract more support, investment, and recognition. Sports history often remembers firsts. The first champion, the first pioneer, the first to break barriers. Alex Eala had just carved her place in that lineage. Alex Eala's rise to this historic moment was not a story of overnight success. Born in Quezon City, she picked up the racket at a young age, showing early signs of extraordinary potential. Training under the prestigious Rafael Nadal Academy in Spain, she endured years of discipline, sacrifice, and countless hours of practice far away from home. She faced cultural adjustments, loneliness, injuries, and the relentless grind of international tennis. Yet, through it all, she held on to one dream: to make her country proud. And in Guadalajara, she did just that. Filipinos have always been known for resilience, for the ability to smile through adversity, and for turning struggles into stories of triumph. Alex Eala's comeback in the final mirrored the Filipino spirit itself, pushed down in the first set, but refusing to surrender, rising stronger, and finally prevailing. Her victory instantly became a story told in households, classrooms, and training courts across the Philippines. Children picked up rackets with renewed purpose. Parents spoke of sacrifices being worth it. Coaches pointed to her as proof that hard work and determination can overcome obstacles. This historic triumph is not an end, but a beginning. With one WTA title secured, the road ahead for Eala is filled with greater challenges, higher-ranked opponents, tougher tournaments, and the ever-demanding lifestyle of the tour. But now, she carries with her not just her own ambition, but the hopes of an entire nation. The tennis world has noticed. Analysts, commentators, and fellow players now see Alex Eala not merely as a rising star but as a legitimate contender with the firepower to compete among the best. Years from now, sports historians will look back at September 2025 in Guadalajara as the night Philippine tennis changed forever. They will recall how a young woman with boundless courage turned a near defeat into a stunning comeback, and how she lifted her nation's flag higher than it had ever been in the world of tennis. And for every Filipino who watched, whether live in Mexico or online back home, the memory will remain etched. The anxious silence as she trailed in the first set, the surge of hope as she clawed back, the eruption of joy when she finally sealed the win. It wasn't just Alex Eala's victory. It was a collective triumph, a celebration of faith, resilience, and the unyielding belief that dreams, no matter how distant, can become reality. The story of Alex Eala's first WTA singles title at the Guadalajara 125 is not just about tennis. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe button, like and share. Till next time.